So again, we had a very good night overnight for the fire situation. The cool temperatures, the lack of wind, and there was a little bit of humidity. So those are all very good to knock the fire down naturally. Plus there were continue to be additional resources put to all of the fires. The Green Mountain fire was reported as 75% contained. It's reduced in size from 1,500 hectares to 500 hectares, but the fire is still burning. It's still an active fire, and that's why the alert is still over that area. The containment barrier is basically forcing the fire to run in a direction that's the best in terms of properties there, but it's still an uncontrolled fire at this point until it's 100% contained. On the West Fraser Road Fire Complex, where there are a number of fires, the closest fire of concern to the city of Quesnel is about 30 kilometers south of us on West Fraser Road. We had a very good meeting with the new incident management team that's managing the airport base that's now being set up. We'll get better communications from them. And one of the things that we said to them was we need discrete information about each of the fires in that complex. And we need to start getting that information out to people as soon as possible. So they've committed to us that starting today, we should see some more discrete information, each fire, how it's running, and what the implications are. There were additional resources put to those fires yesterday. There'll be even more today. The fires out the Nasco way, out the Tibbles Lake Road, Lavington Road, Nasco proper, and out towards Cluskis, they're going to have their own incident management team. An individual who's going to manage that is already on the ground. More resources will be put to that, and they're going to set up a camp out at Nasco within the next week or so. We will be, again, communicating with them to try and feed that information into the hopper. The incident management team that we have has a communications team associated with that, 3 people that are going to be working with the city, the regional district, and the news media to get information out as soon as they can when they have that information, and to update the website for the Wildfire branch. People should still go to the Wildfire branch website and to the CRD website. Don't wait for people like me to respond to email requests. You really have to go online, find out for yourself what's going on. You know, myself, I'm in meetings. I post in the morning and I post in the evening because I'm in meetings or at the various functions that we've got going on during the day. So people need to go Wildfire Branch BC, Fire Update, and the CRD main page or the CRD Facebook page. That's the best source of information. We'll make sure those are updated. I'm going to ask people to please do not go look-see at any of the fire areas. That's becoming very distractive behavior. It's unsafe, it's completely inappropriate, and you're on roads that we don't need you on. We need emergency vehicles on those roads. We need evacuees on those roads. We don't need unnecessary traffic on those roads. So please exercise a little bit of common sense and don't go out into those fires so you can post a picture on Facebook. Similarly, over the next few days, we may be issuing notices about our lakes. We've heard word that we may be getting some bombers in from Alberta. They'll start landing at the airport, but they're going to have to use our bigger lakes, Dragon and 10 Mile, to pick up. Those bombers, unlike our helicopter, those bombers have to have a clear flight pattern. We can't have fishermen in the middle of the lakes. We can't have recreational boats in the middle of the lakes if they're here. So if they arrive, our airport manager is going to be in touch. We will post notices on our website, and we will get the word out to the media about which lakes are no-go zones for people to clear so that those bombers can pick up the water that they need. In the city, we continue to not be an imminent threat. The weather pattern is changing, and it's one of those strange situations. It's a bit of yin and yang, where if the smoke is in and people are having to live with it, that smoke acts as a natural buffer to the sun that's out right now. It causes a cooling of the temperature, and it allows us to get a weather pattern around the fires that's favorable to suppressing those fires. When we get the sun coming out like this, it's better smoke conditions for the most part for people, healthier conditions for them, but it starts to heat the land up. So, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with respect to the weather just now. But again, people need to exercise caution with respect to whatever smoke they're experiencing and be outside in an appropriate way. One thing I will say, smoke does not mean fire. We've had a number of people in the uplands area of the community who have been asking about whether there's a fire in their area. Uplands is a high area. It's on that Fraser Valley area, the Fraser River Valley area, and so it's congregating and aggregating the smoke coming from all directions, down the Nazca Valley, up West Fraser Road, and quite frankly from all of the fires from 100 Mile House all the way up. So having a big smoke incident in your area does not mean that you are at fire risk, but protect your health from that. I've been asked a lot about how people can help. Our community is full on helping. We have fire crews in 100 Mile House helping in the 108 area. We have our emergency social services staff working with evacuees here. Our hospital and health practitioners are doing an amazing job helping the evacuees and also helping evacuated patients. And of course, we have our public works crew who are helping out as much as they can. So we're all in as much as possible. Where people can really help is with these festivals that we've had to cancel. Buy a billy button, buy a raffle ticket for the Skyfest raffle. Show your support for those. I'm working with the incoming government to see if we can get a festivals relief program, because these not-for-profit societies and their volunteers are quite worried about their future. We want to be able to settle that down. But that's certainly a way people can directly help. Donate to the Red Cross. That's easy. Go BC Red Cross, BC Fires Red Cross, and you'll find out how to donate. And then the other piece I'd like people to do is get down into our downtown core, to our West Quesnel and South Quesnel businesses, and shop in those businesses. Get offline, don't shop online, shop in town. We need to make sure that these employers can keep their businesses going during this critical time. They don't have the tourist traffic, they don't have all of the traffic associated with the festivals that have been canceled, and yet many of them have extra inventory because they expected an influx of people. So please, if you truly want to support our community during this time, support our local businesses and make sure that you're actually spending as much as you can or you would otherwise out of our community, in our community, so these employers can keep their employees employed and paychecks flowing in our community.